Measles was officially wiped out in the United States 17 years ago. But outbreaks still happen, especially when someone carries the virus back from a country where it still circulates. The northern U.S. state of Minnesota is battling the biggest outbreak of measles since 1990, and state health officials are hoping it is now tapering off. 78 people have caught the disease and nearly a third have been hospitalized. VOA's Pearson reports.
Minnesota's Somali American community is tight-knit. At one time, they had the highest rates of vaccinations against measles than any other group in the state. Then they heard this.
Autism is caused by vaccines if administered under 3 years of life.
Then the number of Somali American children getting vaccinated for measles, mumps, and rubella, the MMR vaccine, plummeted.
I would say almost exclusively the whole responsibility lands on the anti-vaccine movement. And the reason is misinformation and myths spread about a link between MMR and autism, which there is none, and science has proven that not to be true.
Patsy Stinchfield spoke to us via Skype. She is a nurse specializing in infectious disease. Stinchfield says the Somali Americans came together quickly to hold community meetings, allowing doctors to talk about the safety and effectiveness of the measles vaccine. Then they did a complete shift in getting to clinics to get their children vaccinated.
Since the outbreak, the message has gotten out that measles, mumps, rubella vaccine is safe, it's effective, and typically in a week in Hennepin County, which is a Minneapolis county, there'd be 500 MMRs given, and for 3 weeks in a row, there were 3,000 MMRs given each week for 3 weeks in a row, so that's a tremendous response.
Stinchfield said measles took the community by surprise.
They did not think that measles would be in the United States, and so the level of fear was greater for autism. That has now shifted, that the level of fear for measles is great because these families know measles. They've had loved ones die of measles in Somalia.
Fortunately, no one who caught measles in Minnesota had any serious complications. State officials are hoping to declare the outbreak over by the end of July. Pearson, VOA News, Washington.
Now, Voice of America and Africa 54 host Vincent Makori held a town hall Saturday in Minnesota, home to a large Somali American population, to discuss the recent outbreak of measles in the state and address rumors in that community around childhood vaccines and autism. The panel gathered to address concerns of parents and featured 4 Minnesota health officials, 2 of whom have children who have been diagnosed with autism. The event, called Vaccine and Autism, Myths and Facts, was broadcast from the University of Minnesota's Humphrey School of Public Affairs.